Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my Patreon-powered reaction to the 4th episode of Girls und Panzer. So, let's get into it. Let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. We need more wind, to be honest. You know. We could always use more wind in anime, I think. But yes, in the last episode, we finished off our little mock battle. The exciting conclusion happened on a very rickety, unstable bridge. Luckily no one died, which is not always a guarantee in a dangerous sport like Senshido. They managed to get Mako on board their team. It took a little bit of strong-arming, but they got her on board. It did help that one of their group was like childhood friends with her, so she knows how to push her buttons. And they had a nice bath after the battle, which I think everyone could have used. They spruced up their tanks, got them nicely painted. Which, you know, their opponents always are surprised by. Because this episode, we're gonna do our battle against Saint Glorian's school. Which their boat was even bigger than the main team's boat. The main school's boat, I should say. And oh yeah, there's also an embarrassing dance on the line here, so the stakes are high. Yep, we got plenty of the episode left to finish it off. I can get behind that. Yeah, it's pretty easy to understand, so. You guys are Team A, right? Do we need one? Operation Don't Lose? I guess that works. Yeah, drinking tea in a tank battle. Why not? Looking very classy. Darjeeling, I want to say her name was. Seriously, that's a horrible time and place to drink tea. You make such a mess. Yeah, you can tell which a tank's important. Yeah, I think this is where we started off the series, like right here. As expected of our very classy school. But yeah, definitely where we started off in the first episode. Yes, you have to penetrate from behind. Yeah, Yukari lives for this stuff. But yes, Operation Sneaky is a go. Yeah, keep your tank noise low. I was really hoping for there to be a panty shot in that little animation there, but oh well. I was looking for it. Back to this 3D. First person 3D. Fire! Oh! I really wish they wouldn't point the gun at the camera when they fire. Because it legit freaks me out for a second. After they fire. Yes. Yeah, wreck that Panzer IV. Or rather, try to and fail. Yeah, in other words, don't get hit. Yeah, the sound design for the tanks firing is always very satisfying in the show. They do that very well. Don't. You're gonna spill it. Okay, well. I feel like she heard what I said. I still feel like you should be in the tank. Seriously, listen to... Sorry. There was a should in that sentence. It's still dangerous. You're very important, Miho. We don't want you getting hurt. Yes, thank you. You make me very nervous when you're out there. Meanwhile, it's a lot quieter out here. I mean, what else will the volleyball team do on standby? Ow. Yeah, so they are teammate, like I thought. Everybody, put your volleyballs away. We're playing our card game here. Priorities, woman. It'd be so cool to just jump down. That's not... Yeah, that's not where you should be firing. Of course not. You're far too clever for that to work. And man, is that one stick out like a sore thumb. You kind of missed a lot. All of them. Yeah, aim at the tanks. I know it's not exactly what you said, but still. Tank fire, not the most accurate weaponry ever created, but the good thing tanks are big targets. You're getting far too into this. Meanwhile, the exact opposite. Calm and collected instructions. Oh no, this is not going well. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say fire in such a calm manner before. Well, not really, it's because it's happening. It's not going well. Don't leave the tank. That's as safe as you can be. Even if it's being shot at. Oh, that's not good. I think I saw the treads coming off. I did. Things are bad. That's the status. Oh. Of course. Gone, pretty much. Then get out of there. Panic. It's time to panic. And fire. Don't forget that step as well. Love Mako's enthusiasm. As long as I get to shoot things, I'm good. Okay, so hopefully things aren't over quite yet. We do have Miho here, so... Yeah, for a second I was wondering why the screen was like that, but then I realized what was going on. Because drawing on the Franks did a lot as a stylistic choice, having bars on the top and bottom of the screen. But that was not what this was about now. Yeah, you were on the wrong road. Get to that one. So, are there, like, bounds in this competition? Or can they just pretty much go anywhere that doesn't fall off the boat? I mean, I guess that basically answered my question. and then everyone shoots them from all sides. And then she spills her tea. I want her to spill her tea. I need that to happen. All over herself, preferably. Oh, I was wondering what that was. I feel like you're gonna regret this choice. No, about that, you might want to look behind you. Well, I prefer you don't, but I'm just saying you probably would prefer to. Wow, the end of a meter there doesn't make it that much better. I like that. Just so you can see it coming. Yeah, things are definitely turning around. There we go. I was hoping she would spill it on her skirt, but oh well. The laugh was amazing. I think there's not too much traffic, or it all supposed to be difficult. Yeah, that fence wouldn't do much to protect the tank. It'd be like trying to block a bullet with paper. Shoot again. Yeah, that's obvious. Their serve. It's not volleyball. Of course it wouldn't go perfectly. Well, at least you're the team with the most plot armor. Hopefully that counts for something. I love Mako's disposition. It really does look like a video game when they do this. Like, for a second, I go to reach for my controller, then I remember, there's no controller, this is an animation. I'm not playing anything. I haven't been a big fan of the first-person tank shots before, but I actually really like that one for some reason. Road closed, not for long. You're pointing at me again. Well, that's not good. Not a lot of room to maneuver. Yes, I've heard that phrase before. Oh, yeah, I don't see what you could possibly do here, Miho, but oh. Well, that's gotta be helpful. A meat shield. Did you just Did you just miss that shot? What is wrong with you? How did you even miss that shot? Anyway. I was so flabbergasted by that I couldn't focus for a minute. But yeah, they're doing good again. Doing well. I grammar good. Just shove it out of the way. Oh no. Quick, hide behind that street sign. I'll never find you. Yeah. It should be down to like one tank though, right? Like one-on-one. Oh! Tank drifting. Well, it's over. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But like, let's climb the tree. Very nice shot. Well, they did pretty well, all things considered, so... I must be. Can I have a hug? Or your name, that works too. Of course we're doing this. So Maho is her name of her sister. Well, Miho, Maho. Don't mind. Oh yeah, this was on the line, wasn't there? Oh. They're gonna do it too. Those are outfits. Very, very skin-tight outfits. I mean, it's fine. It's worth the trade-off. I mean, President's okay with it. Kinda wish I'd lasted a bit longer, but that was a thing. Yeah, sorry, mentioned a grandmother before. It's a good idea. I was hoping the dance would have more revealing outfits, but I can get behind skin-tight outfits just as well. Like I already said that. Yeah, she definitely knows him. Oh. Are you know Joe-sama? Yeah, I figured that was her mother. I heard you lost your match. These are my friends. You ride a tank together, it's great. Is she not a fan of Senshido? Yeah. I think that was supposed to be a secret. And there are worse things for your daughter's hand to smell like, I assure you. uh, well, there she goes. But yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, I think that was supposed to be a secret. She's supposed to be like a flower arranger. You know, she's called Hana after all. You are. But you're not wrong. Yeah, we gotta eavesdrop. Have you ever seen an anime before? Gotta be there for the important parts. Well, no, I like to feel a firing high power weaponry better. Uh, well, sure, but that has nothing to do with her feelings. She gonna pass out again? Okay. I grew up. I got older. uh, they're also cool. You forgot that. Oh wow. You better apologize to Tanks and Yukari. Yeah. We are finally got our full team. We're not losing anyone. Oh jeez. Pretty harsh. At least you tried. Hopefully. At least she's definitely resolved for this. So if you think about it, wow. If you think about it, Hana's circumstances are almost a polar opposite of Miho's. So. Oh, there's little sailor uniforms over there. We're sorry we let you down. Yeah, that wasn't very sportsmanlike. Wow. Yeah, don't give up until it's actually over, as long as you learn your lesson. She didn't want to hear that. To our new friend. I bet her sister seems kind of like a unfriendly tryhard. Yeah, they sent you tea. They know you know you got the respect. Oh, a tournament arc? Are you sure it's not the symbol for infinity? We really are getting a tournament arc, wow. We kind of just jumped into that. Wake up, Mako. Yeah, it is cute that she's leaning on her shoulder. We'll have to do that dance again. Nobody wants that aside from maybe the audience. And student council president. That music. Those tanks are nearly colorful enough. Where's the pink and gold ones? Don't you know how to tank properly? And so we should get a different tank here in the ED. I think we got the student council last episode. But yeah, look at those treads. Okay, we get the the volleyball team. I actually kind of like the volleyball team. But yeah, that's... I really never considered tanks to be Moab before, but the CD is changing my mind on that. Just the way that bounces with the chibi girls on them. I could just... That could be a GIF and I'd watch it for a while. And the one girl up front looks like she's part tank in that side view shot. Like she's a tank girl with just the human head. It's just so adorable. So that was the 4th episode of Girls und Panzer. And this episode, we started and finished the match with St. Gloriana's school. And it went pretty well for the most part. I mean, it was a pretty even match. It wasn't like a stomp or anything. And they had their strategies where I think they call it Operation Sneaky. And a lot of the teams were just kind of playing cards or playing volleyball for a decent chunk of it. Until like, okay, get in position, then they had to get in position. And they tried to lure the tanks into the spot so they could get all fired at, shot at. But they just kept shooting pretty wildly and just missed like all the shots. Which, you know, Miho was like, no, shoot towards the tracks, that way you'll have a higher chance of hitting them. But it just, I don't think she hit them a single time with any of those shots. But then they got surrounded, just got shot at, and it was looking pretty bad. You even had Team D, who straight up abandoned their tank, which was that was not cool. Really don't leave the tank, just fight until the match is over. I know this is probably their first, real match, so I'd be willing to cut them a little bit of slack, but as long as they learn their lesson, which it seemed like they did near the end there. But yeah, eventually the fight went into the city itself, which that's interesting to me. So apparently there are no real bounds for this, you can just kind of go anywhere. So I guess the government's just not overly concerned with safety or property damage when it comes to Senshido matches. I guess the collateral damage is just acceptable, that's fine, I suppose. It's just a little bit surprising. And yeah, they went all around. They actually were able to take out most of their tanks. Like, I think in the end it was down to like a one-on-one fight. So it was pretty close. But you had frickin' student council tank that couldn't hit a broadside of a barn if they were surrounded by barns. So that wasn't really all that helpful, just that meat shield at best. And yeah, I do like that one strategy where the one tank went in front of this warehouse, where I was opening its door, there was a mirror in there, so the tank behind them, they could see the tank and then they shot at them. That whole thing was really cool. But yeah, in the end, they did lose, so... Which is unfortunate, but it's understandable. This is their first real battle, so, they'll improve over time. Apparently we're getting a tournament arc, so wasn't expecting that so suddenly, and it did seem a bit abrupt, to be honest. We just they mentioned it, and then boom, we're like there drawing lots. Miho drew number 8. So, yeah, I don't know if that'll be like in the rest of the series type thing, or if it'll just be a few episodes. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I figured something like that would be maybe in the second half of the series starts, but, I guess it's never too early for a tournament arc. But it just seems funny to me, a tournament arc with tanks, but... Anyway, we also had the plot point with Hana. Yukari kind of spilled the beans, I think it was, to Hana's mother about Senshido, and all that. Mother does not approve of Senshido. She thinks Hana's pretty hands should be used for flower arrangements, because she is quite good at it. She makes good things, but Hana wants to do something a little bit different, do something more powerful, so she wanted to do Senshido. But no matter how much she discussed this with her mother, it didn't really get through to her, and she just like, fine, whatever, but just never show your face in front of me again. That was basically how that concluded. Which is unfortunate, but I think by the end of the series, the mother should have a bit of a turnaround. Because she just needs time to calm down, see that this is important to Hana, and I think that'll make a difference to her. Because she does seem like a nice lady, for the most part. Just not open-minded like Hana said. Like I said, I do like how there's basically the polar opposite situation as Miho. Because Miho has a Senshido family, they want her to do Senshido. And, yeah, that's the expectation on her. But she kind of ran away from it, but in the end she is going back to Senshido, so I guess it's not completely the same. But, yeah, in the end they're both still trying to find their own way. I do like how Darjeeling did end up spilling her tea in the end, so I was really hoping for that. I'm glad we got that. But speaking of things that I'm glad we did get the Anko dance. We got to see that in all of its glory. And yeah, most of them were not super excited about that. Student Council President seemed to be pretty excited for it, but it was shorter than I expected. A very brief scene, but it was nice, It was fun. And those were quite the outfits, I'll admit. Definitely not exactly what I expected. Not sure what I expected really, but that was a thing. So yeah. Guess we'll see what happens in the future episodes, so... Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon, and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.